This is kind of weird. Segregation's come back a little bit, like not the old school signs on water fountains kind. It's like our 2025 version, quieter, way sneakier, and it's mostly like class-based segregation based on how much money you got in the bank. This is like Netflix for inequality. You don't see it, but the algorithm knows exactly where you belong. And that sucks. First, if you look at policies, the government basically said, what if we stopped keeping score? They're cutting the data that shows who's being left out of the economy. They're making it a lot harder to prove discrimination unless somebody's dumb enough to literally like write it down in freaking crayon. If you don't measure the gap, congratulations, there's no gap that exists. The problem's solved because nobody's looking at it. Now, neighborhoods. People move to the suburbs for better schools, safer streets, totally normal. But then suburbs end up hoarding opportunity like it's Halloween candy. And the cities that get left behind, they see less investment and more problems. It's not who moves, it's how advantages are now coded into the zip codes that we got. Now, if you look at social media, algorithms don't just recommend videos anymore. They basically assign us our own country. One person's feed is crime everywhere. Another person's feed is like, look at my perfect sourdough. You have the same town, but totally different realities. It's like digital redline today. Instead of houses, we're being kept away from facts. So our social media apps are now the matrix. Fourth, schools. Curriculums are basically getting patriotic makeovers. It sounds nice to you realize that it means leaving out a lot of stories. If history class skips over half the people who lived it, you're not teaching America, you're teaching fan fiction. It's not real. Now, fifth, there's a bunch of systems that nobody pays attention to: air pollution, water pollution, healthcare policing. All of this is like lining up to hit the same communities the hardest with problems, like Cancer Alley in Louisiana, where factories basically got together and say, like, let's see how many smokestacks we can fit on one street. If you put it all together, we stop measuring who's left out. Suburbs lock up all of the good stuff. The suburbs that have money, that is, algorithms are going to build invisible walls for everybody. Schools are going to tell a partial story of reality. The system's just kind of slogging on. So like, that's our modern segregation that we're looking at. There's no fences, there's no signs, just choices that stack up until entire groups of people get stuck. Now, the kicker here is people don't even notice any of this is happening.